300 time, ladies and gentlemen. It feels fast already.
So you rode the 250 earlier.
Yes, sir.
Now we're gonna run the 300. What was your biggest takeaway from the 250?
That it's a good thing they said not to hit the lead, because I swear that thing would have centered no problem.
So what do we think this thing's gonna do?
It's a good thing they said not to hit the lead.
I've never had so much fun on a dirt bike.
I think Jeff would attest to that as well.
Dude, honestly, the whole KTM line this year is so solid. All the bikes, around the board. Like, you hop on it, you feel comfortable right away. They're super fun to ride. Each one, there's just enough, you know, about a little bit different with each one. I could buy them all and have a great time for the rest of my life.
What's your favorite one so far?
Okay, if I was gonna go race, just hopping straight on it, like the 250 is so solid. I say that just because like the engine is super strong and handles well. I feel super comfortable on it without like riding a lot. And you know, I'm not as strong as I used to be, so I can't really hang on to a 450, but this thing is so much fun. What do you think of this thing?
What is it?
The 300.
Dude,
It's so much fun.
Torque? It has so much torque.
And it's crazy to ride a two-stroke with this much power and there's no vibration.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'm not very, so I don't really remember what the old ones are like.
Yeah, like, you know, I grew up riding two-strokes when I was young and stuff, and even like 250 two-stroke. You need to hop on the thing, freaking rattle your hands off, you know? This thing, it's like, I don't know, it's amazing. It's so much fun.
That's probably my favorite bike that I rode today.
Yeah, like all around, like just having a good time, like going out just for a fun day. This thing is the thing to get.
Yeah.
And it sounds sick.
It does.
It just makes it more fun to ride. Just roar.
Nothing turns ahead like a 300 two-stroke. Yeah. Look at it, we got the dried sweat on us. That's how you know it's been a good day.
I got some dirt. I took a digger earlier. I don't know if you got it on film, but
We'll put it right here for you.
Absolutely yes. 300 SX, I'm pretty confident I could take it to a 450 Pro National and probably qualify almost as good. You just have to ride it right. You can't really like rev it out like a normal two-stroke. But if you ride it in third and fourth, that thing will freaking rip your arms off.
So there's the 300. But yeah, so it's kind of right in the middle. Like it's still a two-stroke feel, but you can ride it like a four-stroke. Like the mid-range on the thing, you can carry your high, like Jeff was saying earlier. Like the thing's two-stroke.
Alright, so what are we riding right now? What are we feeling about?
Alright, so we are on a, what was it, a pre-production?
I think it's a pre-production.
125 fuel injected. And it is so much fun. And everything just sounds cool. It runs good, it's crisp. I don't even know what to say. It's just fun.
We'll just cut to riding right here.
Like 125, light, nimble, super fun to ride, but takes a lot of energy. You just gotta be on the pipe the whole time. 450, a little heavier, you get in trouble real easy, but you can ride it smooth. But dude, the 250F is unreal this year. Honestly, I think that's my favorite bike so far. And I'm usually not a 250 guy, I'm more of a 450 guy. But that thing is all around just a good machine.
The 300 barks, the 250 two-stroke is like a gnarly bark, and it's so crispy.
She barred.
She good. Yes, get rid of it.
That's a yes from me, dog.
There's not much more we can say, but yeah, get ready.
Well, I don't get this that much, so I'm gonna use as much as I can before I go back to hell.
I want to keep riding, but I'm dangerous right now.
Are you? I'm loose. Yeah. I saw you go in the fluff over there, and you're like,
Yeah. Full riding the handlebars in first gear.
hey, Andy was like, hey, Chris rides really good, but if he just rode more, he'd probably be pretty good. He'd probably be really good. I'm like, yeah. He found life and other things.
Boys, what'd you think?
Dude, unbelievable. Yeah, no, there's no words to describe how epic today was. So, KTM, Richie family, vurbmoto, I mean, it's been awesome, man. It's really cool. We had perfect weather. Track is perfect, of course. You just can't get any better than this, man. Nothing more to say than that. I probably said that like 30 times today that I'm just speechless, but it's honestly true. But yeah.
So biggest takeaways for you, Mr. Walker, biggest takeaway of the day overall, and then if you want to go bike by bike, or what bike was your favorite?
Yeah, I mean, of course, like I enjoy riding all the different bikes because I don't get to ride them all the time. So that aspect of it is cool. I definitely made a commitment to ride every single different bike for the video's sake, but being that I have a 2022 like previous generation KTM 450, that's my practice bike and my race bike, I was mostly blown away by how different and how much faster and gnarlier the 450 is in this model. And that's one thing that KTM definitely said they were trying to do, is word for word inflict some fear back in the rider. They've been catching flack that their 450 was a little bit tame, which it's deceiving because I kind of feel the same way. Like when I first switched over to KTM, I kind of felt like the bike was a little bit tame, but the reality of it is that it's super fast. You just don't really realize like how fast you're going. But this thing is scary. Like map 2, my ego was definitely not in check. I put it right in the aggressive map right off the bat because being a pro, I just figured that's what I should do. And dude, I put it back in map 1 so fast, like I was like, bro, I do not even need all this. So the changes to the chassis are also really good. Probably one of the main complaints that people always had with the old bike was that it's a little bit more kind of like choppered out than people are used to. And they definitely kind of tailored it more the other way this year. You can feel more weight on the front of the bike, and like you can really feel like the forks are working a lot more. It's not like a rigid like chopper kind of ride. You don't have that issue where like the front end is kind of wandering, coming into ruts. It just feels super planted. So if I could go back a couple months, I probably would have picked up the new factory edition for my race bike, but you know, I'm excited for next year. So yeah, it's awesome. What'd you think, bro?
I mean, dude, you pretty much covered it. What the hell am I gonna say?
Oh, you got the 350.
Okay, so coming from an average Joe straight off the couch, these bikes are badass.
100%.
You know, I don't race anymore, but I know what a good bike feels like, and dude, straight out of the box, it's amazing. I think I came off the track earlier, and it doesn't matter what model, like every model is better than any race bike that I've ever ridden. Yeah. And what's cool is like you can still change stuff to fit specifically for yourself, but KTM did a really, really good job. You know, with the changes they made for 23, you sit on the bike, everything, you know, feels natural. You don't really have to think about it, and that's what's cool. All the different models, other than the engine characteristics, so whether you're on a 250, 450, 350, the two strokes, like the ergonomics of the motorcycle, like you can hop on one after another and like they feel the same, and the suspension is incredible straight out of the box. You know, the track got pretty rough today, and you know, I'm not in shape, I'm not strong like you are.
Yeah, that was one of the big things that I noticed was like the bottoming resistance with the new fork and the new shock is so much better than the old bike. Like before, like I was talking earlier and I was saying sometimes at the end of the moto I would get lazy and land and I would just be bracing for the impact going up my spine of like bottoming out and hitting a G out, and it just never happened. Like the rear end just sits up way better than the old bike.
Usually you get one or the other. It's either good like initially and then, you know, progressively, but like you were saying, you can make a mistake, I can make a mistake and not be scared. Yeah. You know, hit gnarly bumps, overshoot something a little bit, like, you know, before you metal. Yeah. The bikes are really, really good. Like honestly, it's like a race bike.
Yeah, you nailed it. Like normally when I ride a stock bike, I'm almost scared for my life going like that speed, especially at a pro national track. I never once was scared today, like from bottoming out or getting sketchy or anything like that. Like I could confidently take this to the Redbud Pro National in a couple months and qualify on it and race it, no problem. So ready to race, baby.
You know, one thing that's cool about the new bikes too, they were explaining it to us earlier, but they put a lot of engineering into the airbox or the subframe. And you know, how many times have you been a subframe?
Yeah, too many.
Or an exhaust, or, you know, the thing tweaks, but like, you know, the thing, you can crash and the way it flexes and feels and whatnot, like it'll spring back and it, you know, hopefully you're not replacing parts all the time. But I had a good day. It was definitely cool. You know, shout out to all the vurb guys, and you know, in a sense, they're kind of like family to me.
Yeah.
So it's cool to be back on a dirt bike.
This was my first experience with vurb, but hopefully not the last. So yeah.
I don't know. I think we just found our test rider group. So
I could move into a test rider role, no problem. I'd be perfectly happy with that. But yeah, vurbmoto, thank you. The Ritchie family, Redbud, KTM, everyone who put work into this. I know there's a lot of people behind the scenes who probably don't get the limelight that they deserve. I mean, there's 20, 30 people over there in KTM shirts and stuff, and you know, I definitely do my best to thank them all, but I know they don't get the limelight that they deserve. So KTM, everyone who's here, we super appreciate it. These are some badass bikes, and go buy one. Go buy one right now.
Like, it will be money well spent.
Yeah.
So what about the two-stroke? As we have Kiefer coming around on lap.
So the 300 is the most fun bike I've ever ridden in my life.
When I retire from professional racing, I will get that bike, and that'll be my only bike. Yeah.
I mean, you can ride it like a 4-stroke if you want to. Carry your gear high. Or you can rev the thing and make it sound sick, and it just keeps falling.
Yeah, I was saying it all day. When I first got on the 300, I was trying to ride it like a 125, like, because I don't know how to ride a two-stroke really, and I was revving it out in second gear and stuff, and I was like, man, it feels pretty fast, but like I'm not blown away. And then I got lazy and just decided to leave it in third coming into a corner.
Dude, the mid-range on the thing is insane.
So next time I came through fourth and it pulled that too, I was like, why are there even, you know, what are gears 1 and 3 for?
And what's cool is like you can go wherever you want, whether it's Redbud, Washougal, down in California, you know, getting
Summer, fall, winter.
You know, it's like
12,000 feet sea level.
The guys are definitely gonna be stoked.
Yup.
Yeah.
All right. Success.
My ass is raw. My hands. I mean, you can tell I said it did ask. I'm gonna have to get back in the groove of things, start riding on a regular basis. But I had such a good time. The 250 two-stroke is. That thing is so crispy. But good day all around. KTM has a solid line for 23, that's for sure.
How was your experience today?
I'm beat. If that tells you anything. No, dude, epic day. I appreciate you guys asking me to come out and do this, man. This has been an epic experience. So, new bikes are rad. You already know we got all sorts of GoPro on board for you. So, we got it all, man. No, this has been epic. You literally can't ask for a better combination of everything. So, no, this is an unreal day.
Yeah. The whole thing. This is the first time I met Jeff, and he's a solid dude.
Hey,
Follow his YouTube channel.
Grade A guy here.
Right, it's YouTube?